Hey everyone, how you doing? I hope your day's starting off just fantastic. Did that throw you a little bit? My introduction was a little bit different. I don't know why. It just came out. I don't know. I apologize. We're gonna watch two games, two TVPs of various varieties, and two contrasts. Because, as a once famous World of Tanks player said, as a famous World of Tanks player once said, anything a light tank can do, a medium tank can do better. So there's that. Who said that? You guys know who said that? Well, if you just started the game, you probably don't. But the legendary SirFoch, who used to play this game, was convinced, and was his point of view, that anything a light tank can do, a medium tank can do better. I think I got the quote wrong. I think that's the correct quote. Anything a light tank can do, a medium tank can do better. But it doesn't really matter if you just kill everyone. That was his perspective in the game. And he had his reasons. And if you're a really good player and you have the right medium tank, you can outperform a lot of light tanks. But I think that was in the days before some ridiculous light tanks were introduced. Like the wheeled vehicles. Some of the spotting tanks that are just ridiculous now, like the Manticore. And, you know, reasons. But the reason I mentioned that will become clear as we watch these, okay? You're going to watch these couple of games, and you're probably wondering, well, what's this guy doing? He's he's doing what everyone does on this map. Hide in the bushes. You know, there's different strategies you can have on this map. And the main strategy is hide in the bushes. I'll translate it for you so that it's not just silly. Use bushes for cover. Other strategies that you can use are, and this is if you have armor, more importantly turret armor, is poke central ridgeline, which is a good strategy, or poke hill, which is a good strategy. But that strategy is somewhat complicated when there are two SPGs per side, especially on a map like this. You poke the ridgeline, you spot someone, you get spotted. No one else is spotted in the game. You look at it now, guys. Let's just pause it right here. Well, okay, we're not gonna. Oh, there we. In the time it took me to pause, two maps appeared: the leopard and the can opener. And now he missed both his shots. And he keeps shooting even though the leopard's dead. Like, he's mad. You poke the ridgeline, you spot an enemy, he spots you. You're both lit. No one else is lit, so there's 2 people lit out of 30. And there's 4 SPGs. And the only people that have shots on the 2 people that are lit are the SPGs. So what do you expect would happen? What do you expect would happen? The people that poke the ridgeline and play aggressively on a map like this, when there's 4 SPGs, get just pummeled over and over. And it's 2 SPGs shooting you. You get hit and you're stunned by the first guy. And the second guy takes 7 or 8, 9 seconds to, because he was looking somewhere else, to find you and aim and let his aim, and then you're stunned again. And then you back up and you swear. And you wait till you're unstunned. And you build up your nerve again and say, well, should I poke again? And by the time you poke again, the SPGs are reloaded. So you get this. This is my point. Look at the map. Who's just the can opener's detected. The 60 TP poked the center ridgeline, and the can opener got detected. So the can opener and the 60 TP got the only 2 people lit, and the 60 TP is stunned. And now the can opener is stunned. Do you see? Klaus Kellerman was right about everything. And now no one's detected anymore. So now the 60 TP is thinking, okay, maybe I'll change my angle a little bit. I'll I'll move to a different part of the ridgeline and poke. Let's see the next guy who pokes. And this guy's just shooting trees. Maybe he's aiming for some pileated woodpeckers that might be nesting up there. Oh, someone's lit. Who poked the ridgeline? Was it the... No, it was the concept. I think the concept spotted those guys without being detected himself. And there goes the crashing planes. The Super Conqueror. Does the Super Conqueror spot the 60 TP? And the 60 TP takes a hit. And let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's see this first. The Super Conqueror's facing the wrong way because he's a Muppet. Did the Super Conqueror just get hit by his own SPG? Did his own SPG hit him? Why is he poking the ridgeline looking the other way? And you may ask yourself, who made this beautiful video? And you may ask yourself, why did Klaus Kellerman not comb his hair this morning? No, you may be asking, legitimately, you may be asking yourself, why are you showing us this replay? And what does it have to do with a medium tank can do anything a light tank can do, but better? We're getting to that. Okay? We're getting to it. Let's just watch. I have to say something while we wait for things to happen. Right? I can't just sit silently. Okay. A medium tank can do anything a light tank can do, but better. Let's see. Anything a light tank can do, a medium tank can do, but better. Buddy, that's your segue. That is your segue. All right, to now illustrate my point. Prove SirFoch correct. And don't wait 14 minutes to do it. Let's see if the Progetto can show us. Oops, nope, the Progetto cannot. From the Progetto's perspective. Anything a light tank can do, the Progetto can't do. Oh ho ho! Here he goes. And that commander is just shouting things now. I think he's saying, anything a light tank can do, a medium tank can do better. That's your segue. Come on, buddy. They're all reloading now. Don't wait for them to reload. Make your move now. No, he wants it to be a fair fight. He wants to make sure that all those tanks that hit him reload before he makes his move, and proves in this case that anything a light tank can do, a medium tank can do better. Dude, perhaps this guy, you know how like you have the straight man and the funny guy comedy duo, right? The straight man has to have good timing, and they have to, you know, they feed off each other, and they know. This guy doesn't know, right? You know, I keep pitching him and he keeps missing him. Like, I'm setting him up, but he just doesn't. He's not, you know, he's not completely in tune with my setting up of the joke. Let's see. Well, that time he did. Let's see what he does here. He let the enemies think that he was going that way, so hopefully their guns are facing that way. And now he's going to show us that anything a light tank can do, a medium tank can do better. Yeehaw! And now let them think you're going away again and do the same thing. Well, they won't anticipate that you made the same move. They'll believe that you're running away this time. They won't think you're coming back again, because these are World of Tanks players. They think unidirectionally. They're flat Earth type people. They don't really think in a complicated way. Boom! 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 Hey, your buddy is my buddy. Everyone's buddy is someone's buddy. And now we will find your buddy. And we will stay away from the dangerous side of you, which is the side the gun sticks out of. Now you're not so dangerous. Anything a light tank can do, a medium tank can do better. But it doesn't really matter. And as you can see, the result here is that he finished on top with 11,139 spotting assist. Huh? Huh? So consider that first game in commentary a sort of ode to SirFoch. Very colorful.
Master Splinter has given us the most important mission of all. We can't fail him.
Fuck you. Why do I have to get interrupted by some mutant moron ninja? What is that? SirFoch, once a very colorful entertainer and a popular streamer and YouTube personality that played World of Tanks for... Those were the good old days, right? When we had real personalities that that just did whatever the hell they wanted, right? And I admit I do not know where career has taken him. Is he still streaming those the race car games that he's switched from World of Tanks, and he continued streaming and playing a game that he found more fun, which, you know, good for him. I'm not sure if he's still doing that. Leave me some comments. Let me know.
That one didn't go through. Penetration.
I'm confused now. What am I even talking about? Oh yeah, we're gonna contrast that first game with another TVP. I mentioned this at the beginning, didn't I? Someone who's actually gonna do damage. Someone who's gonna play a medium tank like a medium tank, and not like a light tank. Boop. But Wargaming is not helping. Boop. Okay. Boop. Oh.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
What stopped me, I admit, the commentary in this second game has not been very good so far, and I'm being thrown off by this ridiculously sounding commander. What the hell is this? You know, we got the anime girls and the mutant ninja morons, and jeez, that stuff's annoying. And when you have one of these crews, you can't just go in settings and turn it off. You can't just... You know what I mean? Like you have the option of having the regular crew commander sound, or you turn on the international sound so you can hear them in Russian and Swedish, and Ma Mare, right, and stuff like that. That's fine. But you can turn those on and off, or switch it from English to more colorful commander. I always got confused when I was playing the Russian tanks, because when I was stunned or I was ammo racked, the Russian commander would say, "Boy, Mitchemai, so who's stopping Paryova and the Yakasheva Papadanya?" And I'd be playing, I'd go, "What the fuck is he saying? Is my engine damaged? Am I tracked? What's going on?" Right? Because I wasn't able to like just glance at the little tank icon and figure it out. My loader's dead? What did he say? Broshki, Mitchemai, Zamododoshki. And that means you have to use your first aid kit to revive the guy. So I'd be like playing for 2 minutes, wondering, what the hell did he say? What the hell did he say? And I wouldn't know until I realized, hey, why does it take me 38 seconds to reload? I thought this, is it the loader has a problem? Why did he just say the loader bought a farm? So I would switch it back to English while I played, so that because I needed the audio cues. And then when I started making videos, I switched the commander to the nation, so that I could ridicule and mock the different nations' commanders with some of the ridiculous things they say. Right?
Enemy armor is hit.
Yeah, enemy armor is hit.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Oh,
Enemy armor is hit.
okay, that's not bad. You know, so I could say things like, "Preso!" L'abbiamo appena graffiato. Which in Italian means we just barely scratched them. It doesn't mean we didn't even scratch them. It means we barely scratched them. Did you guys know that? Your Italian commander. L'abbiamo appena graffiato means we barely scratched them. I know these things. Yeah. It's complicated to be me.
Enemy armor is hit. Enemy in our sights. Enemy is hit. Penetration. Target unlocked.
Yeah.
Hit our gun. The aim's a little off.
At least this guy tells you what's going on. So I guess I would leave him on, except his voice is so annoying. Is this the mutant ninja moron? I don't even know. But so that's how. There's so much action. This is what a medium tank can do that a light tank can do worse. Anything a medium tank can do, a light tank can do worse. Claus Kellerman, 2025, in response to SirFoch from 2015 or 16 or something. Ooh, hello! Say hello! No! I thought he was going to drive in front of the gun. You guys notice that? Usually in my replays, I leave the international languages on. And I think it's more fun. It's more entertaining when you're watching a replay. But when you're playing the game, sometimes it threw me off. It really did, because there's so much going on. You know, wasn't that good. I couldn't pick things up like that. I didn't install any one of those mods that would automatically use your repair kit or your first aid kit without you pushing buttons. You know, I didn't cheat. But so I'd had to have the English guy on, so that sometimes I knew what was going on. Sometimes I wouldn't even know if I damaged the other tank. So I'd wait for the commander, the enemy's hit. Say stuff like that. But then I started playing the British tanks, and I would shoot someone and my commander would say, "Nice shot." And I go, "Oh, thank you." And I look, wait a minute, I didn't do any damage. So I don't know. I didn't know what was going on half the time. So I switched to light tanks and started spotting. I got really good at that. If I just drive to this bush, if I put turbo on my tank and commander's vision system, optics, low noise muffler, and I put a 12 skill crew in there that I've been working on for 10 years, and then I turn off all the city maps, and when the game starts, I drive to this bush, I park there, and then I go let Marty out. Watch him take a leak. Go upstairs, make a coffee. Come back downstairs. Oh, look, I've got 8,700 spotting assist. I'm a unicorn. And that I actually did that once on stream. I parked in a bush, and do you guys remember that? I didn't even park in a bush. I was proxy spotting 2 or 3 or 4 tanks. I think it was in, what's that mode? Where it's all tier 8. Not the grand battles. Not onslaught. What the hell is it? You know, where the map's really big and you respawn and you got to take the objectives. It was by a building, and I parked there and I proxy spotted 4 or 5 people, and Marty wanted to go out. So I just left the tank there. Went out, let Marty out. Took about 2 or 3 minutes, came back, goes, "Oh, you got 7,000 spotting assist." And then one of the enemies finally was so pissed off, he came to get me, and I was in a Progetto, and I pounded him with all 3 shots and took him out on the battlefield. And that was my most epic kill, because it was completely because of me that my team was able to kill 4 enemy vehicles. And then I killed the last one myself with 3 shots. And I did all of that while not being at the computer for 95% of the whole engagement. And I know, I embellish slightly. The true version of that story is it's slightly different, but there is a kernel of truth to that. Right? Perhaps not. Maybe there wasn't 5 enemies. I'm just saying. Drive forward, why don't you? Why don't you? I'm very serious about that. Why don't you drive forward? Go spot the enemies. Anything a light tank can do, a medium tank can do better. But it doesn't really matter. Unless this Budosk, is that a Budosk versus the SU? The SU is going to drown or get killed by the Budosk, and now the Budosk is going to be surprised. Ah! Jump! Might as well jump! You see what happens when you move forward? You spoot people. And when you spoot people, your teammates shoot people. And when you spoot and they shoot, you get spooting assist. You see? We always learn something about World of Tanks. When you watch my videos, there's always something to be learned. Look at that. Spooting assist coming out the yin-yang. And now where's the standard B? There he is. The standard B. I rest my case. So another great game here, guys. But let me know in the comment section whether you guys have been playing the game long enough to know SirFoch, the colorful personality of the past. Let me know if he's still doing that race car game streaming. Maybe I'll pop into the stream one day and just say hi. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave some comments, and I will catch you on the next one.